Hello one and all, this is Luckless Lovelocks. Welcome back to Orwell. We've been summoned to duty once again. We had a good rest last night, in my case quite literally. I went to sleep and woke up and the new episode was out after recording the last one. So just to recap, we started out with, there was a bombing in Freedom Plaza, I believe it was called. That was at the beginning of the game. We suspected Cassandra Watergate. And then after she was arrested, there was an assault at Stellingen University, another bombing, another letter implying that there's going to be a third one. We found out about Thought, who was started by, Thought was a debate group started by Abraham Goldfels at Stellingen University. And it looks like Harrison, I believe Harrison kind of took Abraham's idea and kind of perverted it, turned it into more, it's not terrorist, but like more of an aggressive force rather than just a place of debate, and started holding protests. So we discovered the three places where the protests took place. There was the Freedom Plaza, there was the university, and finally we decided that Nina, who is another group, so we've got Juliet, who's a part of Thought, Harrison was a part of Thought, Cassandra, and that Nina is the kind of third student. Actually, I guess she wasn't a student. She was, I guess, the fourth member, but the third person that we found in the last episode that Abraham, quote unquote, recruited. And she seems to be the most aggressive of the group. It seems like Harrison has kind of changed his ways. He's now writing opinion pieces for the paper, Left Thought. So it seems like Nina is the one who might be orchestrating a lot of these things, that we don't know too much about her. Yeah, the Thought group is inactive according to what we found. So that's done with. The bombings may be the deeds of a single individual. And then we were able to determine through the information that we discovered, and by interrogating Cassandra, who she did in her defense, she did cooperate. So I'm like very much not suspicious of Cassandra anymore. We found out that the final bombing was going to happen at the Circle Mall. We got it evacuated, we found the bomb, and we were able to save the day. But we still need to find out who the perpetrator is. Who is the person or people that are responsible for these bombings? Doesn't appear to be Thought. I'm really edging towards Nina. So the other part of it is there's some hacker that's hacked Harrison's stuff. I mean, aside from us, and is trying to extort Harrison. So I think we're gonna probably find out more about Nina, more about this hacker group, and I bet you the nets might widen even further. Judging by the kind of teaser image for this episode, the government might be more involved, because we saw some images of some of the members of the party who's in power in the nation right now. So anyways, I think that's a pretty good synopsis. So let's get to the next episode, or the next day. Unperson. Strange name for an episode. The hero returns! No, it's all fine. Really, you deserve the credit. Symes did his work as well. He was involved. He's the one that interrogated Cassandra. And he's putting all this information together. At least for me, because you'll never get a public one. Just imagine your name in big letters in that TNB article. I'll do that. This Nina character is the final member of Thought that we don't have concrete information on. Since she is the one who planned the protest at the Circle Mall, and now a bomb has been found there, she is now of special interest to us. Her stance towards law enforcement just gives us one more reason, as he found out yesterday. Focus on Nina, but keep watching all the others too. Great. So where's Nina? There she is. Don't even have a picture for her yet. Despises law enforcement forces. We got a listener. Hello. Harrison. Subject, less than 3. us an email. Hey, forgot to charge my phone tonight, and yeah, so I had to do this the old-fashioned way. I really wanted to thank you for the very nice evening. I haven't enjoyed myself so much in, well, ever. Only to be topped by that night, that is. Okay. This might be the person that Harrison bought flowers for. Why would they not put their name, though? I was hoping you'd drop by CCC and come pick me up tonight. We can cook together, maybe watch something, and who knows, maybe continue where we left off. You in? Funny, I just realized that I've never been to your place. Even after all these years, we have known each other. So they've known each other for several years. Okay. So I figure you're hiding another love affair of yours there. Are you? Probably your ex, the one you've been talking about ever so often when I was around. Or this girl that's always yammering on about how she despised the safety bill. Nina, I think. So this is not Nina. If I remember correctly, Harrison was buying flowers for someone else. We have a name. I think Angela was the girl. Okay, back to Nina. Okay, so we've got, she could be, the ex is probably Juliet. And then we've got Nina, and then this is probably Angela sent the email. Come to think of it, for all that torment, you owe me big time. So I really, really demand to come to your place. Love you, Marka. This is another girl. This guy's a player. P.S. If you're going to the city center today, please, please, pretty please, take care of yourself. With all the bombs and stuff, don't stay any longer than necessary, okay? All right, this is our first piece of info. Okay, so this is about, yeah. It's pretty key. Why would someone oppose the safety bill? We have the lowest crime rate in years, or possibly ever. You and me, we have a job thanks to the bill. The only reason to support it, to not support it, is if you have a dirty past. I kind of disagree with that. It's like, look at what we're doing. We're really infringing on people's private lives. So I could see you being opposed to the bill, even if you don't have, you know, something to hide, just because people, like, I believe that people do deserve privacy. With the situation as heated as it is, this sounds like someone we should have a very close look at. We need a full examination. First, a concrete background. Who is she? Second, what motivates her? What does she want? And finally, where was she around the time of the bombings? Okay. Well, we're not going to get that from any of these pieces of info, so let's take a look at the reader. We read the... read this already, I think, right? Yeah, read this last time. War on Indifference, entry 6. How are we getting access to these all of a sudden? Oh, here's Concerned One, who I think is supposed to be Nina. War on Indifference. The indifference towards their own rights is a worse enemy than the government itself, when we are to overcome privacy-destroying surveillance laws. So this is a picture of the demonstration at the mall. We're in a state of war against our own government. The declaration of war is the safety bill, the only gain of which is reinforcing the chokehold the party has on us. With this bill, they are screwing every single citizen of this country. Yet most people are ignorant to this. Most people simply don't care about their rights being wrestled from them. Why bother when I have nothing to hide? Is their default excuse. Right. We saw that argument from Symes, right? They feel safe in their cozy houses while the government slowly puts the muzzle to their forehead, ready to pull the trigger any second. With our move on the crowded Circle Mall in Bonton yesterday, the first shots had been fired towards the lurking indifference among the populace. But they were merely warning shots, a friendly reminder that it's about time to take sides in this conflict. We cannot tolerate indifference. We will not accept it. If you are not with us on this, you are against us. Straight up military talk. interesting symbol. Let's see the comments. Goldfell's probably not happy with this. December 16th, 2017. We're getting closer to the current date. Frankly, I was in shock when I heard of the events in the mall. How you in particular incited the crowd to directly threaten the visitors? Now I'm even more astounded by your writing. You know, I agree. People being oblivious in this matter is the problem's root. We have discussed this many times. We must get their attention carefully, though, through interesting and remarkable events. We must make them think. Scaring them to death is the exact opposite. Kind of to scare visitors, yeah, at the mall. Scaring people to get attention to one's message. Really? This is what thought is about? Concerned wrote back, scaring people is convincing them, Abe. People will only care about things that pose immediate threats to their life or lifestyle. Your own words. Surveillance is just too abstract a topic, too far away to grasp. They don't feel the danger of it, so we made them feel. It's as simple as that. Let us follow your argumentation for a moment. What did you achieve then? You just upset innocent bystanders in a time when they are already deeply unsettled. This is the exact reason why they are so afraid and yearn for safety in the first place. You have just proven them and the government right. Violence cannot be the key, and thought shall not stand for that. Or that wrong profile. Okay, yeah. I guess I never noticed that before when I was sliding info over. It'll say wrong profile if you're not on the right one. It's important. We're kind of establishing that Goldfell's is not responsible for this, but could be trying to trick us. I mean, it's possible. Violence? There was no violence. No one was hurt. Frightened at best. Honestly, I think it wasn't even enough. We made some local press, but the big fish TMB didn't bite. No big deal at all. How are we going to reach the broad audience? The rethinking you wanted, if you're not willing to let us do something about it. Ladies, gents, can we all calm down a notch? Abe, you are totally right. We are fucking fire starters. We got a little bit carried away by the euphoria of finally getting our message out there. We didn't think straight for a moment. It's not gonna happen again. Yeah, so we definitely made the right choice. Hancock changed his mind about being militant, or Harrison changed his mind about being militant, or more militant over thought. Ha! Afterwards, they're clever and feel sorry about their actions. It's always the same. Thanks for stabbing me in the back when I needed you the most, Harry. This is not the right place for a discussion of this magnitude. We'll have a word about it in our next meeting. Okay, let's take a look at Concerned. Just the one article. Ah! We've got the U-Tell for Nina. That's awesome. We totally need that. Alright, let's take a look at the listener. Looks like we've got more conversations. There's an email back from Harrison to, sorry, what was her name again? Oops. Marka. Hey kiddo, you're abso-fucking-lutely right. One could rightly call that evening mind-blowing. And of course I'll pick you up tonight. I like this more you're talking of. I think I'm in need of it big time. Well, let's not stay at my place tonight. Okay. Is that important? It's utterly unfit for a lady like yourself. No lovers hidden there, only not so hidden leftovers and laundry. Especially not Juliet. Haven't heard anything of that bitch in months. I'm done with her because I'm with you now, my Marka. Okay. And we create a new profile for Marka with this. In a relationship with Marka, Juliet Carrington, ex-girlfriend. Excellent. So this is like one of the pieces of the puzzle we were missing for Harrison. All right. Juliet and Harrison were together. That one's news to me. Really? I thought I guess I read it, but I didn't really upload any data chunks supporting it. Guess it doesn't matter, it seems to be over now. Because I totally got the idea that they were together. Pinky swear. And Nina? You mean anything will set me off? Angry outburst Nina? Don't even get me started on her. She was my partner in crime a while ago, so to speak. That's it. So babe, see you around 8 straight tonight. Much love, H. So who's this Angela woman? Because if let me go back to Harrison's bank statements. Where was that? There's a flower shop. I don't see it anymore. I remember he bought flowers for someone. Yeah. Harrison O'Donnell sent flowers to Angela. So who's Angela as well? Interesting. So what is this? Angry outbursts? Jeez. We're really painting a negative picture of her. Enraged outbursts. Interesting. Keep looking for a reason behind this. Partner in crime. Partners in crime. Okay, what crime? Symes is taking this literally again. He's kind of joking a bit there. I guess they were, though. They were kind of trying to organize a protest, but I mean, I don't know if these are legal protests necessarily. Okay, we've got a conversation between Nina and someone, so let's dig into that. Nina, hey Sylv. Sylv. Hey Nina. Just wanted to ask if everything is fine. Yeah, don't worry. We're having a great time. Thanks for taking care, even though it's Saturday. Don't mention it. How are you feeling? Still shitty. Nina, I hate to say it, so don't hold it against me, okay? I'm fine. No, you're not. You're worrying me. You always look so sad. Nothing to worry about. Anything new on the love front? No. Very direct. Only idiots on this singular portal thing you recommended, Sylv. Hello? How you got to find John among so much crap? I'm gonna remove the account. Yeah, it's 99% fools. Just keep it tight. Someone will come to the rescue. No thanks. I can rescue myself. Gotta work now. Thanks again, Sylv. Call you later. See you, girl, and cheer up. Okay, so we've got some info here. Always looks so sad. Probably depressed. Could be relevant to find out. What about? Yeah. This is important. We can get some information about Nina through this. Create a new profile for Sylv as well. See if we can get access to that account. Headlines. What? Investigators avert catastrophe at the Circle Mall. Okay, so this is 3 headlines. Did we read Harrison's opinion piece before, or is this a new one? This looks like a new one. National opinion, be on watch. Reflects on last week's article and calls on the citizens of the nation to show courage in the face of terror. So let's get something abundantly clear to begin with. I feel bad. I feel like a fucking moron, and rightly so. In last week's No article, I blabbered about how some bombs would soon go off in Bonton or Farview. That time, just to advertise my point of view. I'm truly sorry for everyone involved or affected by those terrible events. If ever, it was never my intention to ridicule or trivialize the attacks in Bonton. Well, if you've not been living under a rock, and a massive boulder at that, for the last couple of days, you absolutely must have heard that is pretty much exactly what went down. It's far beyond. I hate to say it, but I told you so. Wow. I like how he apologizes in the first bit and then is a complete dick in the second. Thanks to the efforts of our government and the safety bill, the latest attempt has now been prevented. Finally, a kick in the terrorist's butt. Naturally, there are still tons of critical questions. How the hell is this possible to begin with when we have all the CCTV and new safety regulations out there? Why spend so much money for mechanisms that don't protect lives? And they should? As they should, sorry. Why is there still no real suspect in sight? Not even to mention in custody. Well, about that. These questions neglect one fact, though. People killing asswipes are among us. They are our neighbors. They are like you. They are like me, mind you. They're most certainly not like me. Actually, they are kind of like you. It's not for cameras or other automated safety systems to recognize a criminal or terrorist before he actually commits a crime. They cannot look into houses, and certainly, thankfully, cannot look into the souls of a passerby. Kind of did actually prevent one. We, the people of our great nation, must grow ever more vigilant. We ourselves must stand up for our safety alongside of high-tech security mechanisms, as those can only work in addition to our own perception. Let's not get intimidated and not back down to some shitheads, thinking they could spoil our way of life. Report suspicious things going on as soon as you learn about them. It's your duty to the community, but mostly yourself. Loose lips can also sink terrorist ships, figuratively speaking. All right. Condemns the Bonton bombings. Strange way to underline one's argument. It's still peculiar he mentioned bombings before anything happened, but, well... And then what is this? Pro-security mechanisms calls on people to take care of their own safety. He's right. We cannot save everyone, but we're still the watchful eye of the nation. Yes. Okay. It's true. He doesn't really know that he's talking about us, and we're investigating him. It's kind of weird. Okay, there's another headline. Investigators of a catastrophe at Circle Mall. Their terrorist strike in Bonton Mall averted due to investigative success. Delacroix gives confirmation of efforts. Probably not going to say anything about us. Once again, Bonton has become the center of attention due to a terrorist assault. Except this time, it has emerged unscathed due to the efforts of the Special Investigation Unit. The last in a series of 3 previously announced bombings has been averted. The proposed scene of the crime was the Circle Mall in the center of Bonton, which was locked down and secured by police forces yesterday evening, right after the investigation team managed to correctly estimate what location the terrorists were aiming at. Catherine Delacroix, Minister of Safety, gave a short conference to representatives of the press. In it, she stated the successful prevention of the bombing attempt to be proof for surveillance and investigative measures to be functional. The search for the perpetrators of these nefarious acts of crime would now be the top priority for the investigators, who have substantial leads. Okay, what else is new? Did I miss something? The movie release, is this pertinent? Movie poster. Oh, we already read this. I don't know. I assume this is just like, it's just like flavor stuff. I don't think it's important to our investigation. Here's the singular profile. Don't be single Be singular. Oh god. That's so cheesy. Continue to your profiles. Let's get over to Nina. Maybe we'll get a picture. Hello, concerned one. What? I would think that if you're making a dating profile, you wouldn't want to make your name concerned. But here we go. We've got a picture. Hello, concerned one. Great to see you again. It's a good day to fall in love. It's always a good day to fall in love. This is your profile, our public profile. Everything you enter here is visible for any visitor, including us. Perfect. So, female, Bonton, Farview area. I mean, I guess could have assumed that already. October 1985. Looking for men 35 to 45. Older men. Not sure this is helping. I don't know. Get to know as much as we can about her. We know how tall she is. What she looks like. Likes hiking, climbing, Asian food, the Beatles. Does not like suits, most movies. Candlelight dinners. Damn, she's a downer. There isn't really much to say. If you'd like to get to know me, ask me. Okay. Wow. What is your problem with suits, huh? Yeah, seriously, why don't you like suits? Okay, there's probably more here. So we've got your opinions. Help us compare yourself with potential matches. Your answers are private and will only be used for your match score calculation. Little does she know. Here are your answers so far. Most on potential partner. I don't know, is this important? Let's upload it. Who doesn't need a little bit of reliability in their lives? Is she striving to find that stability on her own accord? Any reason why she craves stability? It's a pretty common thing. So we got true love, honesty, financial stability, independence. How long do you wish for your next relationship to last? A couple of years. Would you consider allowing your partner seeing other people? Yes. Would you consider dating someone who does not want or dislike children? No. Oh. Okay. What places would you like to go on vacation? The seaside, the mountains. Doesn't like the cities. How interested in politics are you? Quite a bit. Yes. We got that impression already. In the end, it all comes down to what degree of interest and which agenda. Are you a cat or dog person? Dog. If you turn a left-handed glove inside out, it fits. What is this question? That's a good one. I like that answer. What is this question? That's what I would answer. We'd probably be matched up. Your conversations. Start a new conversation. Visit the profile of your match. You may close the conversation whenever you feel like it. This should be funny. Your match will then be able to message you. Unable to message you unless you open it again. Conversation was started by Pretender 80, 34% match. Well, that's pretty close. Hi there, just saw your profile. You seem quite nice, so I wondered, do you have any more pictures? If so, let me know. Looking forward to hearing from you. Close that conversation pretty fast. Super Randy 68. God. Hey Blondie, just came across your profile and I got stunned immediately by your striking beauty. Just had to message you. Wonder if you would spare some time for a lonely heart like me and go out with me sometime. We could go out and have a drink at Frank's. You know, that one since you're from Bonton too, right? What about the weekend? Blondie, seriously? I don't recall anyone ever calling me Blondie, and I'm an 80s child. Great, me too. So when are we going out? We're not. Now I totally get why you're over 30 and still single, arrogant bitch. Wow. Why Sam? Maybe this is a match. 87%. Hi, Concerned One. I just read your interesting profile. It left me dying for more information. Now here I am, asking away like you requested. If you dislike candlelight dinners and movies, as you stated, guys will probably have a hard time dating you. That makes me wonder, what is it that you would like to do on a potential first date? Of course, I could resolve to just ask you out to a local Chinese place around the corner and just abandon all the candle part of the dinner. Still, that does seem a bit straightforward. I could really use a helping hand here. Care to lend me yours? Cheers, Sam. Hi, Sam. It's kind of refreshing to read a decent message from time to time. If we were to go on a date, just ask me out to this local Chinese place you mentioned. I don't care much for dating rituals. By the way, name's Molly Schwartz. You can call me Molly. Okay. We got Nina. So how many different names does she have? Upload that. Molly Schwartz. She's using a fake name. It's such a peculiar one at that. Hi, Molly. Oh, great. Suits me well. She hates suits. Because no kidding here. I don't like this stuff either. I think most guys don't. But it's nice. But it is nice from time to time, especially with the right woman. Though it is nice. Can't read. Speaking of which, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about you. What the person behind the small picture and all those separate chunks of data is like. He knows about the data chunks. What does Molly do for a living? What does she do when she's at home? Does she live all alone, or is there somebody waiting for her? Does she often get to climb? Please, Molly, feed a fool craving for each bit of knowledge about you. Don't let me starve. Shoot, this guy's weird. Hey, Sam, you're quite the dramatic guy, aren't you? Anyway, here I go. I work whatever I find, aka temp work. I hope you weren't looking for someone with a shiny job title. I live in a small flat in between tons of industrial waste. You still with me? And indeed, I don't live alone. There's a special someone in my life. It's a man. He's very, very important to me. It's also the reason I don't get to climb as much anymore. Jealous already? Don't be. It's my son, Michael. Oh, she has a son. Yeah, of course, he closed it. Oh, man. That's dudes. Just immediately. Once they find out there's a kid involved. That's important for sure. Single mother. Doesn't seem like the type to be involved with terrorist attacks. Is there another part to this site? Guess that's it. Doesn't look like she found what she was looking for. Work easy. This must be the temp agency she works through. There we go, Molly Schwartz. Looking for a job, looking for temporary staff. In both cases, you've come to the right place. With Work Easy, you have the nation's largest database of more than 47,000 reliable temp and part-time workers. Over 5,600 high-profile employers right at your fingertips. For convenience and safety, we offer escrow payments, connecting temporary employees with employers of many areas. Okay, let's check out her profile. Got another picture. Employer satisfaction, 4.5 out of 5. So different jobs she can work. Cleaning, maintenance, mechanical repairs, groundskeeping, customer service. Registered at Work Easy since November 2013. Wow, I've never used a site like this before. Do they actually have these kinds of rankings for people? It's kind of creepy. We'll work 10 plus hours per day. Wow. Or nights, basically we'll work anything. Look at us, working on the weekend. It's different, of course, when you're a single mother. That must be tough. Okay. Interested in hiring with shorts, reach out. Interesting. So we've got conflicting data. We don't know the other data chunk. We do have an email. So I can't decide on this yet. Let's throw this email down. Sure, we'll get some more info about her. And I also wanted to check recent jobs. Just as the Prime Minister leaves, the weather is getting even shittier. Recent job ratings. So we've got groundskeeping, employed on April 13th, 2017. April 12th, 2017. One unknown data chunk. Pretty much saved us. Okay, let's take a look. Very reliable and hard worker, would hire again anytime. A very reliable hard worker, would hire again anytime. She pretty much saved us when a critical employee went home sick and we were seriously understaffed. Absolutely gem of a temp worker. Fast, reliable, an incredibly low rate. Okay, what is this supposed to be conflicting against? Because it's pretty obvious that these were different jobs in the same week. Weird. Okay, guys. Oh, I see. I see what he was referring to. Blaine cancels meeting for surprise visit to Triflith. Prime Minister cancels crisis meeting and instead visits Parge's capital. Plans to lead renewal of stalled negotiations between Cassart and opposition. Let's read more about that before we wrap up this episode. On Saturday morning, Prime Minister Blaine made a surprise shift of priorities. Originally scheduled for a crisis meeting with Minister of Safety Catherine Delacroix in regards to the recent Bonton terror assaults, Prime Minister instead made plans to mediate in the more than troubled negotiations with President Cassart and the opposition. The original crisis meeting was removed from the official party website, and Blaine took a National Air Force flight straight to Triflith, the capital of Parges. As the government spokesman said, the Prime Minister has landed at Triflith International Airport about an hour ago and was promptly welcomed by President Cassart with military honors. This alone gave the opposition enough reason to once again question the impartiality of the Prime Minister and announced that Blaine would not be accepted as a proper mediator. I have a feeling we're going to start getting more of the government involvement in possibly even these terror attacks. Just based on like where these headlines are going, we're constantly getting stuff about the government. Okay, we've got some email about Nina. So I got access to her account now. And we'll check that out on the next episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It looks like we have a new target. Trying to find out as much as we can about Nina and the people around her. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Luckless Lovelocks signing off for now, and I love you all.